So, a while back, I made a video of me defending Majora's Mask 3D, a remake commonly bashed online for the many changes it made. Well, for this video, I'm going to do the exact opposite for Doom 3. I won't be defending the BFG edition of Doom 3 throughout this video. In fact, I'm gonna bash this stupid thing. I'm mainly doing this because after 100%ing BFG edition, I want everyone else to know my pain and suffering. Also, because I literally just played all the campaigns on BFG edition, I didn't record an entire playthrough for either version, so if there's any repeated footage, that's why. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the graphics, specifically the lighting, which is worse than the original version because they brighten it up way too much. It's obvious in gameplay and really obvious in cutscenes. Also, the flashlight is shoulder mounted and useless now. But these are all things people already know. Let's talk about things nobody talks about. Like the controls. Whoever mapped out BFG Edition's controls is a masochist and needs to be sent to Arkham Asylum. Well, what's so wrong with BFG Edition's control scheme, you may ask? Well, there's a lot. 1. For some ungodly reason, even though you do have some weapon shortcuts via the D-pad, they all select useless crap like the grenades or your fists. And the worst part is that you can't remap what weapons you want each D-pad direction to use. So, that means that the only actual way to cycle through your weapons is to spam the shoulder buttons until you get to the weapon you want to use. And there are like 10 weapons in the main campaign and like 12 in the expansions. So, you have to spam the shoulder buttons to use the weapon you want to use, and do this for like 14 hours if you play through the expansions, and trust me, you will get sick of this. 2. They mapped the sprint to where you have to hold down the left analog stick in order to do it. It's not like Fortnite where you just have to click the stick once. No, you have to hold the thing down in order to sprint. Why? You already used the left stick to move, so having to hold it down and move it around for all 3 campaigns isn't just uncomfortable, it hurts. By the time I got to the end of Resurrection of Evil, my thumb felt like it was about to fall off. And once again, I have to ask, why? Was mapping sprint to LT too comfortable? Oh, but JPEG, surely you could remap the buttons in D-pad quick select and the options, right? No, of course you can't. And that's number 3. There are no alternative control schemes that you could use instead. No button mapping, nothing. Now, let's compare this to the OG Xbox port. Not only is the default control scheme more comfortable, they have the common sense to map sprint to LT, but there are alternative control schemes if you don't like the default one. Plus, you can remap the D-pad quick select. You can remap any weapon from the pistol to the soul cube to any direction on the D-pad. If you played the BFG edition and then went back to the original Xbox version, you will gain such an appreciation for this, it's not even funny. Okay, I think I've said enough of that, so let's move on and talk about the presentation, which is also taking a hit. The HUD looks a lot worse in BFG edition, and so does the PDA menu. And also, they ruined the opening cutscene. In the original, there was music playing in the background, and it was a lot more zoomed out, making it a lot more ominous. Here's the original opening.
The Union Aerospace Corporation is the largest corporate entity in existence. Originally focused on weapon and defense contracts, new ventures have expanded into biological research, space exploration, and other scientific endeavors. With unlimited funds and the ability to engage in research outside of moral and legal obligations, the UAC controls the most advanced technology ever conceived.
And here's the BFG edition opening.
The Union Aerospace Corporation is the largest corporate entity in existence. Originally focused on weapon and defense contracts, new ventures have expanded into biological research, space exploration, and other scientific endeavors. With unlimited funds and the ability to engage in research outside of moral and legal obligations, the UAC controls the most advanced technology ever conceived.
Notice how the original is better. Also, I don't know where to mention this, but Sergeant Kelly looks normal in the original, but in BFG edition he looks like if Sheldon Cooper didn't lay off the Heisenbergers. Okay, moving on from that. Oh, the achievements. Oh. The achievements in Doom 3 BFG edition are absolutely terrible. On the fun to complete scale, it's not Arkham Asylum, aka really fun to complete. It's Arkham City, aka the game designers hate you. For some ungodly reason, there are achievements for beating each campaign on each difficulty, but the highest difficulty is locked at the start and only able to be played if you beat the campaign once. So, that means in order to get all the achievements, you have to play each campaign at the very least twice. Why? That's not even counting the achievements for the PDAs and audio logs, some of which, by the way, aren't collectible. So, if you missed those because you didn't know this, uh-oh, guess you have to replay the entire campaign. There are also multiplayer achievements, and you know what the multiplayer is? Dead. So the only way to get them is if you force your friends into playing the multiplayer with you. So ultimately, the achievements suck no matter how you look at it. You know, I think that sums up BFG perfectly. It sucks no matter how you look at it. It's not very fun to play because of the controls, it's not fun to 100% because of the achievements, and it doesn't look as good as the original. Okay, I think I made my point. I'm done screaming about BFG Edition. If you agree or disagree, then tell me why in the comments below. If I do a video like this again, tell me what game you'd like me to do. Okay, bye.